Well, hey everybody, it's Russ again. And guess what? I have a new project, as if I needed another project. But I bought myself a truck because I wanted a truck. I need a truck. I have to be able to haul trailers, move refrigerators, carry plywood, things like that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the camera around and show you, and then I'll show you the first thing that I'm going to do to this truck, hopefully. And maybe we'll make this a series on me making a mess of a truck. So anyway, I'll flip the camera around. We'll see what I've got and what I'm working on. Okay, so here it is. It's a 1998 Ford F-150. It's in pretty good shape. I paid $1,150 for it. And it has some problems. Most of them minor, but body's mostly in good shape. Tiny little bit of rust down here. There's some rust under this door, which I'm going to take care of in a future video. Interior's nice and clean. And if we come around here, you can see that it's all looking good. And actually, I need to get this door open, so let me find the key for it here. Whoop. No, key does not want to unlock that door. I guess I should see if it unlocks the driver's side door, otherwise I want to make sure I don't ever lock this thing. Okay, yeah, it does this side, so that's good. Anyway, let me go ahead and open this up from this side. There we go. So its biggest body problem is over here, which will be one of the first things that gets fixed. This rusted out rocker panel. So that's going to get fixed early this week. Don't know if I'm going to do it or somebody else is. But what I'm going to do right now is try and fix this. This should not be like this. You can't pull this out. You can't get this open. And I want to clean this nasty truck bed out. So I'm going to try and fix this. So I've got the tools I think I need. A crowbar. This to use with the sledgehammer to perhaps bang along here if I need to. And a stout screwdriver. Try and work under here. So I've got my GoPro set up and it's in time-lapse mode. So I'm going to hammer away on this and we'll see what we get. Okay, well, it's still ugly. I just basically beat on this. But voila, it now opens and I can clean out all of that crud in there. So step one down, let's move on to the next thing. So in here, this is the gear shift lever. This is a manual transmission. This is the top part of it, as you can see, 5-speed. And this just has a rubber bushing in there, which just slides right off of that. So that was handy. You got the little bushing here. There's a little cover which slides down over here, and it's actually supposed to be seated inside of this. So these are held on with 4 Torx bolts. I'm going to take this off and put this back, seat that in there like it's supposed to be. And then what I'm hoping to do is this stupid ass thing is angled right towards the driver. So when you're in the low gears, this is basically embedded in my spleen. So I'm hoping that if I loosen this, I can actually just kind of turn this a little bit this way to move it away from me a little bit. I don't know if loosening this up will do that, but it's the only adjustment there is. So I'm going to give that a shot. I'm going to reassemble this, take this off, reassemble this piece, and then put this all back together. And hopefully there'll be a time lapse or something showing you what I'm doing. Okay, so here I am. I had this on there. This is 11/16, which is a little loose, so this might actually be 5/8. It came off real easy. This goes through here, and I can't. This all looks like it's round, so it should, in theory, be able to. I should be able to just turn this. Now I imagine this is on there very tightly, and this looks like it's threaded on this side too. And I watched a video that showed them taking this nut like this and putting it on this side to start pulling this out. And I don't know if I need to do that to loosen this up enough to move it, but we're gonna see. But the first thing I need to do to even get into that is to take this out. So I'm gonna go find a Torx driver and get this plastic retainer off. Upcoming jump cut. So this actually came out very easily, as you can see. It is threaded on the other side so that you can pull it out. But unfortunately, what I've discovered is that this is keyed. There's a keyway and an indentation here, so there is no way to adjust the angle at which this sits. The only way to do it would be to get a different kind of shift lever or something. So, well, that sucks. That sucks. You know, the position of this when you're in highway mode in 5th gear is not a problem. Even 4th gear is not too bad. But the lower gears, it's a real pain in the ass. Now there's a little bit of adjustment in it. I guess I could try and keep it as far to this side as possible when I tighten it up. So, oh well. I guess I put it all back together and tighten it up, turned as much this way as I can, and we'll call it good. And apparently, that's how that's done. Looks pretty good, actually, now that it's down there in place. And I don't know if I've gained myself any leg room by moving that over a little bit, but oh well. 2 things down. Let's see what's next. Hello, everybody. So, it's a day later, and much later in the day, and my project truck is behind me, as you can see. today I got it titled, registered, inspected, all that good stuff. I've switched cigars since the last time you saw me. This is an HC White. And I got these in a pack from Cigars International, and they were really, really dry. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. But the flavor on this is good. And the draw is exactly the way I like it on this. So after the last clip, I did a couple of more things. I installed a couple of screws on the battery shelf because the battery in this thing is a truck battery. And the stereo that's in it is actually out of a Peterbilt. It's a nice stereo. It's got bass boxes behind the seat and everything, and it's loud, and it kicks some ass. I mean, and it literally kicks some ass too, because the woofers are right against the back of the seat. So you get a little ass pounding, you know, when you turn up the volume. But I've found out some of the stuff it needs. I've got the rocker panel, which is right behind my big fat head, is getting replaced next week. I found out that it needs a passenger side exhaust manifold, which is about 90 bucks, and I have not decided whether I'm going to attempt to replace that or not. That's something I can live with. It's got a small exhaust leak, so that can be fixed anytime. What else did I do to... Oh, up there on the driver's side, which to you looks like the passenger side, this window was busted out. So yesterday I refixed the plexi that they had put on there, patched the hole with some black duct tape, and then spray painted black. So actually here at this distance, it actually almost looks decent. If you get up close to it, you can tell that that's not actually a window. But again, small problem. This truck has 255,000 miles on it. It's a 1998. It's going to have some problems, but it runs. It goes down the road. I've driven it already 200 miles since I bought it, and that was 2.5 days ago. And I haven't had any trouble with it at all. It starts every time. Air conditioner works. 5-speed's been fun because I haven't had a manual in some time. So I'm enjoying the hell out of it, actually. And it's just a work truck. So one problem it does have is that the emergency brake doesn't work. It sticks. I didn't bother to tell the shop that I brought it to today that they put the emergency brake on, so it's stuck. So just before I started this video, I had this wheel off, this wheel here. Reset the emergency brake, got it unstuck. No big deal. It took 10 minutes. And the last thing I did was reinstall the trailer light connector in the back here. So far, I mean, I spent money to title it and register it, and I put a trailer ball on it and the trailer light connector, and so far, that's all the money I've spent on it, and I have a decent truck. So I'm happy. So I'm having a celebratory cigar. I may break this series, or make this video, it's done in multiple parts, so I may put them together in one, which I probably won't because people don't really watch long videos, but so you may see this chunked up into pieces. And if that's the way it goes, then I don't know, there may be some weird jump edits or an introduction that doesn't go anywhere, or just pieces of video that don't really make any sense. Oh yeah, that is quite good. So I'm enjoying my truck, my cheap ass old truck. It will do what I want it to do. It'll haul my boat around, it'll haul my trailers around, it'll go fetch plywood when I need it. It will fetch gas for the lawnmowers when I need it, so I won't have to use the Escalade back there, because, you know, it's kind of a pain in the ass to go and get gas for lawnmowers in that, because then it smells like gas for like 3 days. So with this, no worries. Go pick up gas, all is well. So it's exactly what I wanted. It was super cheap. Well, cheap for a truck. I mean, obviously it's, you know, not as cheap as buying a rubber ball or anything like that, but not as cheap as a cigar. But relatively speaking, it was a bargain. So, that is my new project, sort of wrapped up for now. I'm actually having the rocker panel done professionally, so I won't have a chance to show you what that looks like, but I will have some before and afters. And as far as the things I've just talked about, like the thing I did to the battery shelf and the trailer light connector, maybe I'll go around before the light fades here and get a little bit of video and maybe overlay that on top. So if you've seen me talking underneath some video of the things I'm talking about, you'll know I spent some time to do a little bit of production work. And if not, you'll know I was a lazy asshole. But, yeah, satisfied, enjoying a most incredible day. It was sunny 95% of the day, a high of like 71 degrees. Couldn't ask for anything more. And tonight and the next 3 or 4 days are actually supposed to be like that. So, sitting here waiting for the other shoe to drop, because something always happens. But life is good right now, and I'm going to enjoy it while I can. So, with that, I bid you happy smokes, sweet smokes, room note that tickles your funny bone or your spine, or I don't know, whatever. Have a drink, enjoy life. Have a smoke, enjoy life. Sleep some, enjoy life. Work a little, enjoy life. I don't know, just enjoy life. So from me to you, adieu.